I have a Facebook, and usually that's where I'm at. And I've only been doing this for a little over a year. And I had no idea growing up. I had no idea growing up what was going on in this place. I grew up in the ghettos. And I grew up on the rap music. My bad. And I had no idea what was going on in this place at all. I didn't know that my music was influencing me at all. I had no idea. I had no idea about the brainwashing of society. I had no idea. No one, I wouldn't have listened to no one neither, just like majority people would not listen to anyone right now. They won't. They have no reason to. They don't care. Because they've been brainwashed just like I was. And when you're believing this lie, you can't do nothing else but believe the lie. Because if you don't believe the lie, then everyone else is going to point you out like something's weird about you. And my ego is completely gone, so I really don't care. Not anymore. I used to care so much because when we watch this television and we watch everyone around us and we come from a dysfunctional family home, or we come from the dysfunctional society that we live and grow up around, the environment that influences us makes us become very egotistical. And we want to be seen. We want to show somebody that we are somebody, because we never feel like anyone. We only know how to try and act just like everybody else. And we learn from everyone else how we're supposed to act so that we can be accepted. Not even knowing that the only things that we're doing is accepting our enslavement and our own imprisonment for our own terrorists in our own streets, through our own community, through our own actions, through our own values. Our own values that ain't even really our own values. Our values become what everyone else's values have been brainwashed to be. So that you can become a narcissistic, self-centered, abusive type of person that is only out for himself. If you ever watch any of the reality TV shows, you can clearly see what they've been programming into every one of our minds all across the United States. And if you have a television in your home, then you already know what you've been being programmed, because you know what your favorite shows are and you know what you like about them. And if you can ever think about the certain movies that was out, like Scarface or Boys in the Hood, or if you can remember when MTV came out and that was like the biggest thing ever, and music is a very big inspiration for a lot of us, for all of us. It's our life. It's the main things that we turn to when we're feeling a certain way about what we feel in our lives, or it's the main things that we turn to, or that is turned on and brings up a memory in our life about a good or a bad situation. And it's also 24/7 throughout our days, no matter where we go. So we could run into a song on accident that could be being played somewhere that is to cause an effect in our mind to be able to doubt ourselves or other people. And it's made like that as well. Divide and conquer at its finest. Same thing with the women's rights movement. Same thing with women's feminism. All of this stuff is set up for everyone to fail completely. So I have at least 700 live feeds on my Facebook. And I'm wide open. I don't care. I speak on all of it. I was brainwashed, and I was in these streets, and I was hustling the dumb shit like I was supposed to, as a fucking perfect puppet for the secret meeting that changed rap and a future generation of youth to fill up privatory prisons. I had no idea. I didn't have no guidance. None of us usually do, because they need to separate the men and the women so that they don't have the right kind of guidance growing up, so that the children do grow up with in a fatherless home, and then the mother never gets any kind of knowledge on the real side of this society, where they're only talking to each other about the same bullshits to how they can keep the men held down so they can keep their children away from the men, thinking that these are some great parenting skills, not knowing that they've been lied to all of their lives ever since a baby through their parents and everything as well, on how they are these big important items in this world. And yes, a woman is important. All humans are important. But if you don't look at why and how the marriage is set up and how the child support is set up and how the women's rights movement did do what it did, and if you don't look into the education system and how the dumbing down of society is real, if you don't look into who really controls all the poppy seeds and why the war on drugs is fake, and if you don't look into chemtrails and fluoride in the water, and you don't think about these things, about how this world really is working and what is going on in this place, you'll never know. You'll never care. And you'll just live to die just like everybody else. Live, eat, sleep, work, die. Live, eat, sleep, work, die. Run into bullshit, piece of shit motherfuckers everywhere. Never know nothing. Never get the knowledge that you need to get to be able to understand what is going on, why it is going on. Never understanding why you feel that you can't forgive yourself for things that you feel that you've done when you've been brainwashed and indoctrinated, pushed into a corner to have to survive a certain way, not knowing anything else because you see everyone else doing the same grimy ass shit, so you feel like you need to do it first. It's how everyone's doing. Every one of us. Everyone is doing it until you learn what you're supposed to learn, or unless you have had somebody that gives you the right kind of guidance in this world that is showing you the real truth. Because when you are listening to certain Bibles or certain scriptures and stuff, I'm sure there is truth in these books, certain truths, but I doubt there's very much. It's all to keep motherfucking trickery for everyone. I love God. God is love. God loves every one of us. We are one. We are in this together. So when you're being tricked by these books and people are telling you you cannot be saved, or this won't happen because you can't be saved because you ain't doing this or that because of these rules, but then you can rule everyone else and tell everyone else how they're fucked up if they're not going with your God when there's so many. That's not already trickery. Sounds like a lot of trickery to me. So that kind of religion, I don't want to be involved in, to where there's some types of discrimination when you know damn well that everything on this world has been nothing but brainwash, discrimination on all levels, all types of everything. So when you look at me, look at yourself. Because I am just like you. I'm just like everyone else. I just took the chance to get the knowledge that I needed to get. I understand more things than I've ever known in my life because I took the chance. I ain't going to go ahead and deal with 8 hours a day sleep, 8 hours a day work on everything they've told me, and then never look into anything else because everyone else tells me it's so bad for my health. I know better. I know what the fuck I see now. I'm clearly wide open. You guys just watch me on Facebook. My name is Todd Church. Bless everyone. I love everyone.